It's disrespectful.
You're putting yourself out there. If you are on Instagram and you post a picture of yourself and you're public, that's putting yourself out there. That's like the same exact thing.
It is.
So if you have a girlfriend, she can't be public on Instagram and post a picture of herself because she's putting herself out there for guys to see.
It would be better if she was on private,
And if she wasn't, that's a boundary that can't be crossed.
And not having like a really big Instagram preference, that or presence, that would be a preference for me,
Okay.
And not like posting a bunch of thirst trap photos.
I think there's just very different views.
And never posting
which
me.
Which is fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. It's just very different.
And is it any wonder, you might think my position on this is toxic and controlling, but is it any wonder why so many people have so much difficulty finding and keeping long-term relationships? People are clearly unhappy with the current state of dating and relationships, yet here I am offering a solution. And no, I still want to engage in these behaviors that, quite frankly, are not conducive to long-term relationships.
Well, there's a big problem in dating these days, but the number one reason is not clubs and not bars. That's not the reason why people are cheaters. It's the mentality of a person to not be faithful to somebody.
Well, I do wish I knew this. I do wish I knew this, that men think this way. Because in my last relationship, my ex did not care about any of these things, and we broke up. And
didn't care about what?
He didn't like.
Well,
sometimes there would be business school socials, and he was travel. He was traveling for a time, and like he was not pressed, and I didn't know that it meant that, but it like probably indicates that he didn't care as much.
Right, but from what I gather from what you've said, it doesn't sound like you're constantly going out to bars and
I'm
clubs.
not, but like there was like he encouraged me once to post a bikini pic and stuff like I don't know. So if I knew, maybe it would be more of an indicator to me that.
But here's the thing: most men have been so. In the current social climate, most men have been absolutely bullied out of having any sort of preference, standard, or boundary. Again, men constantly get shamed for articulating or even having anything that could be viewed as controlling or insecure. Mm-hmm. This is the destruction of men's impulse to be protectors in the relationship and protecting relationships from attack, essentially. So
true. I've gone out in the streets here and interviewed probably over 50 girls and asked them this question, like, would you be opposed to a man telling you can't go to bars or clubs or parties? And their only answers are, he's insecure, he's controlling, or he has a small dick.
Jeez.
That's the only three answers I've ever
gotten. I'm going to
get
a couple super chats in. Whoops. Hold on.
7 Deadly Simps donated $100.
Hold on.
Do any of you consider yourselves...
Wait. I'll wait until the other girls are back. Sorry, Deadly. I'll re-trigger that. Bender the Offender, I have the conviction that if she cheats, I no longer care about her. What it tells me is that she was expecting that the relationship was not going to last and did not take it seriously. Therefore, I do not care about her anymore. Bender the Defender, good to see you, man. Thank you. I assume this is related to like the going out and partying thing. I just almost wonder if a girl is going out like 3, 4, 5 nights a week and she has school during the day or work during the day. When is she going to have time to hang out with me? Like, that's what I'm thinking.
I still do. I still hang out with my boyfriend.
I think her boyfriend goes out with her.
Sometimes.
That's just a recipe for disaster, though. I mean, going out with your girlfriend.
Why?
I just think it's...
I think that when you're with a guy, no guys approach you.
Yeah, but if a guy does approach you, then...
Just say no.
No, but it's like... I think it's a lie. Honestly, from a security standpoint, and Steve, maybe you can talk about this. And have you done any bouncing at all, or?
Yeah, I was a bouncer in Virginia Beach for a little bit, Navy Town.
How long were you a bouncer for?
About a year or so.
A year?
Yeah.
I think it can be a liability to go out to like venues where people are getting shit-faced drunk with your girl, because if when dudes get drunk, when girls get drunk, stupid shit fucking happens, and your girl's gonna look at you to intervene if any guy is disrespectful towards you. And like, I don't know if sometimes you see these videos, like, if a girl has, is a motor mouth, she's gonna get you fucked up. Like if a girl is, especially when she's drunk, if she's a loudmouth, she's gonna put you in positions where she's gonna get other guys, like other guys are gonna fuck you up.
Facts.
Like
Are you meaning like if you,
it's so fucking common for a guy to, well, I shouldn't say common, but it definitely happens. If a girl's out with his girl and if she's a loudmouth, she's like a loud person, she's gonna get like, and she starts talking shit to some dude or some shit, like she's gonna get her boyfriend fucked up.
yeah, but I don't.
Have you
do
seen that? Have you
You
seen
ever
that?
hear a guy say, "Hey man, control your girl, and then what happens next? They get a little bit chest bumping, like it's
That's
primitive.
never
It's
happened
like
to me.
lions barking up at each other, roaring at each other, and then what happens? They're gonna fight.
That's never been the case for me.
Well, as a bouncer, I saw it every single night.
Well, I think it depends on the.
You go
person.
out, you party to IV, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys live in IV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, you see fights all the fucking time,
Yeah,
right?
there's fights, but
a lot of violence.
The type of fights that starting are in IV though are very different from what's going on at clubs and bars. so
yeah,
feel.
I would agree with that.
How so? It's just
Well-
some dude bump into some dude. Oh, you bumped into me. Fuck you. Then I don't know. It's bullshit usually. But what are you saying, Maddie? How are the fights typically? I got to get up. Continue.
Well, I guess the scenarios are a little bit different. I mean, I don't know an exact example, but the kids here aren't fighting as much as people at bars and clubs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think yeah.
So there's like it goes
think
to a
there's an
certain
age
extent.
difference as well.
Yeah, there's definitely an age difference, and I mean, I feel like a lot of people in IV that are partying are a little more fucked up, and everyone kind of knows each other, or like everyone's around the same age, so it's not like we're gonna start this big fight for no reason.
Yeah.
And everyone goes to the same parties here every single weekend. You know faces around IV. When you're at a bar, it's like you're seeing different people kind of every weekend, so you're a little bit more willing to start something with someone knowing that you're never gonna see them again.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. I don't really know though.
And there's just cops here all the time.
Yeah.
Like it'll
True.
shut down a whole party if someone gets in a fight. So like people kind of know better than to like start a fight. Because like if
Yeah,
one person
exactly.
fights at a party, the cops come, they see alcohol, like the party's done. So it's not the same.
That's another big difference.
I missed it, but whatever.